Hello and welcome to TTFL Tier 1. Round 10, we are at Zandvoort in the Netherlands. Short quali tonight as there are only 14 drivers. Got to try and get everything set up. Alright, that's everything ready. And it's wet. Anyone wants to I can actually see and find out the weather. Here you go. Overlays. So looks like rain for quali and clear for the race. I'll wait for someone in the chat to confirm. My screen's having an absolute nightmare. So massively too loud. Hopefully that's a better volume. Wet quali, dry race, clears Hobo. So hopefully audio levels are balanced. Let's get some. Stop trying to do it on that. Load data. Get everything running. You working? Because you decided not to play ball. Oh, I'm having a nightmare with my stuff tonight. Dash. Come on. No, not on. On their way round, we'll jump on the cons, we'll start this tweak. That's wrong, that's better. Drying up in 10 minutes, so we may see it progress to dry tyres. As cons is doing donuts, trying to get the car back the right way round. So let's jump on board with Elder, making his way into sector 2. I'm really unprepared, really unprofessional tonight. Track map sorted. So Elder just coming to the end of sector 2, sector 53.8. I believe he is going to be the first to set a time. See what Elder can open up. Just makes his way down the start finish track. Long run down to the timing line. A 17.0 from Elder. Next to come across the line, I believe on the time lap, is going to be Steele, the 55.3 through the middle sector. Crosses the line, an 18.9 puts him in second. The Red Bull of Mrs. Cole coming to finish their lap. 19.1 goes into third. That's Cons, a 154, but we know he had a spin early on in his lap. Gramel comes through into fourth with a 19.2. Haas on the way down, that's Speedy on his outlap. Right, let's start a race for the first 10 minutes as well, so it could make it interesting. So Speedy is starting his time lap. Who else we've got sitting at the time? Looks like Thornicus is on a lap of 54.1 through sector 2. Coming around the final corner now. Obviously, as it's wet, there's no DRS available. 17.5 put Thornicus into second at the moment. Mrs. Carl coming back round for a second run. Crosses the line, and 18.4 takes 6 tenths out of their previous time, moves them up into fourth place. Let's see how Speedy is getting on. He's completely missed his sector time there. So into the last corner, bank turn 14. Down the start finish straight, and 18.9 from Speedy puts him into fifth place. Singh is, I can't see because that map's in the way. Just come around starting his lap through turn 3. Evening, Scotty. Have you got your wheel all set up properly now? Or have you at least got used to it? Robert. Hi, Robert. Professional now, mate. I still need to sort that banner out. I'll have to mackerel something up before RPR. Let's sing just coming round 13 and into 14. A flat out run to the line, then cross the line with an 18.3 to go into fourth place. So only Elder and Thornicus into the 17s at the moment. Waiting on Frenzy, who is coming out. Scotty, Panda, and Jake to come out of the pits. Dislocated shoulder and swollen knee, but never been happier. You'll be fine. Get that load cell dialed in. Oh, I'm actually saying that. I'm not sure if it is adjustable out the box on the one that comes in the kit. Or get used to the load cell and you'll be fine. Just remember, it's not about how far you put your foot down on the pedal, it's how much pressure, so you can feather it in and out a bit more. Stop going for the wrong one. So Cons is back out on a lap. Let's come around turn 3. A long run up the back to the end of sector 1. So 32 seconds up. It's going to bring him down to 22. Difficult to tell from this view as Elder goes out and improves, so 17.0 again has taken a little bit out of that. Cons now into the final couple of corners. See where this is going to put him. Out the banking, down the straight, and back into the pits. That would have been a big improvement over the previous time. And is he coming in to opt for the soft tyre? There are quite a few sitting in the pits on the softs, waiting for that rain to die off. Camille actually out on track, so we'll stay on board. See how he gets on. Try and get him sound down the top. Yeah, it's normally 18, isn't it? Yeah, I dropped it 18 decibel. I think that's a little bit too much. Go to that one. Hopefully that's a bit better for you, Hobo. I keep having to re-add my Elgato as a source for TTFL streams, and I don't know why. RPRs, it works fine, but every time I switch between the two, nothing comes up for the Elgato on TTFLs. And every time, obviously, I'll swap it round, it screws the audio up. So Gramil starting their lap. So we've got Mrs. Carl out on track on the softs, Jake on the softs. Scotty disqualified. Oh dear, Scotty. Not a good start to your professional night. Was Gramil gets a big snap of oversteer, sending him into the barrier. Luckily he doesn't lose a wheel, but we'll have to abort this run. So next on track on the dry tyre is Mrs. Carl. Just coming round the final corner now. We'll have the benefit of DRS available as well. So it does go top of the board with a 15.0, followed closely by Jake on a 15.6. Oh, Scotty, giving way to someone who was on a hot lap, disqualified for blocking pit lane. Yeah, this game's really well programmed. So Jake on his in lap now, I'd imagine. Probably about to run off and answer the door to get his pizza. See how Elder gets on. This is still an outlap from Elder as Panda goes to the top with a 14.6. A bit drying up, which should make the final 5 minutes interesting. Mercedes still comes up to the top with a 13.0. So 2.5 quicker than Panda there. Got Mrs. Cole setting out for another run. Does a 12.4 to retake provisional pole. Followed by Jake with the 12.3. His pizza's obviously not arrived yet. The Hobo coming through the final corner, 4 seconds up on his previous time. Let's see what he crosses the line into the 11s, 11.9 from Hobo. Cons has done a 12.9. Sings jumped into second with a 12.2. And is he on another run? He was a second up through sector 2. He opts into the pits. What screen's my mouse on? There it is. Mrs. Cole into the pits. Jake, I think, is in low fuel mode. Don't think Hobo's pushing. Elder's done an 11-1 to go provisional pole. Isn't pushing this time around. Gramil is in around to start another lap. Let's see what Gramil can do. Elder up in first at the moment. Still time for things to change though. Go slow. Who's go slow? Gramil does a 1:12.5, taking him into 7th. Everyone is making their way back out now for that final run. First on track is Mrs. Cole, so we'll ride on board. I've got a yellow in the middle of sector 2. Everyone looks to be getting past okay. Mrs. Cole just coming through turn 3. Phone going mad. That's what I need to do. Turn that off. Because I was doing that, I completely missed Mrs. Cole's sector 1 split. Still a few cars making their way around the final sector that should all make it through to start this flying lap run. Mrs. Cole not deploying, half a second down. We'll drop back to the McLaren behind, Thornicus who's 3.6 seconds up. Frenzy has set a lap whilst on the inters. Thornicus crosses the line, an 11.5, taking him into 3rd place. Singh coming round 4/10 up through sector 2. This could move him up into 4th, and it does, an 11.7 from Singh. Okay, crosses the line, no improvement. Panda and 11.8, we go into 5th. Speedy next across the line. Out the final corner, DRS open, crosses the line, a 12.3, takes Speedy into 7th. Elder increases his hold on provisional pole with an 11.0. It's just Cons and Gramil who can upset Elder. Cons into the pits. Gramil maybe in low fuel mode, so Elder has taken pole. with a 1:11.0, a tenth faster than Go Slow, whose name is clearly no reflection on the speed that they're able to carry. So Elder takes pole, Go Slow in second, Hobo in third, Thornicus in fourth, Stilled in fifth, Sing in sixth, Panda in seventh, Speedy in eighth, Jake in ninth, Mrs. Carl in 10th, Gramil in 11th, Cons in 12th, Frenzy in 13th, and Scotty getting disqualified for letting a car on a hot lap past. Back-to-back poles, that's a first for me. Well done, Elder. It was close, but you held your nerve. Hobo up into third again. I think someone needs to check if he's got any exploits on his PC helping him get the grip. Whilst we are loading up, I've got the correct standings as well. So currently Thornicus out in front in the standings, Elder in second place, Rapid in third, Frenzy in fourth, Hobo in fifth, Sesfin in sixth, Jake in seventh, Josh in eighth, Mrs. Carl in ninth, Panda in 10th, Scotty in 11th, Speedy in 12th, Simseku in 13th, Binner in 14th, Steeled in 15th, Cons in 16th, Gramil in 17th, and Singh in 18th. In the constructors, McLaren have a commanding lead at the moment. No, I can't do the maths. 96-point lead over Ferrari. Alpine in third place, just 11 points off of Ferrari. Aston 11 points off of Alpine in fourth. And it's Mercedes, Red Bull, Haas, and AlphaTauri, with Alfa Romeo and Williams yet to pick up any points. So everything looking dry this side. So dry race from Elder. I need to take that off. Bear with me. Oh, that's better. So the weather lied. There won't be a wet start to the race, but will we get wet towards the end, maybe? Just waiting for everyone to do their strats. Here we go for the formation lap. Let's see what tyres everyone's opted for. So Elder going hard from the start. Go Slow, Hobo and Thornicus going for the medium. Steeled on the hard, Sing on the medium, Panda on the hard, Speedy and Jake on the medium, and then Mrs. Cole, Gramil, Cons and Frenzy on the hards. Scotty going aggressive from the start on the softs. I'm wondering if he was distracted and forgot to do a strategy, or he's banking on an early safety car. I need to do the tweak to fix that audio bug, because I get audio delay. It's not too bad when you're on spectator cam, but when you go on board, you notice the delay. We have a Haas off track. Speedy dropped to the back of the order. Not sure what happened to you there, Speedy. Catherine back up to the pack, so I don't hold us up too much on the start. And now it's who can park in a bay correctly. Let's see how many manage to make a hash of this. Looking to be doing alright so far. There's Speedy. Oh, I wonder if Scotty got disconnected because it's just come up saying he joined, and maybe the game screwed him over again. Slow is showing a red X, so that means Slow's going to be in AI. Hopefully this isn't going to cause problems. Wait for the lights. Migrating host. Cons has left the session. That who's on it now. So the AI getting away. Hobo up into the lead. Elder losing out a couple of places there as Hobo's round and looks to have been collected by his teammate. Restart. I'm guessing that means restart because everything's gone to pot. Oh, I hope they've got the order. Oh, I did think it was taking quite a while at the start. So everyone who's listening, it is a restart, a reset, so you can all park up. Everyone's causing carnage. Oh, it's like the car park on International Women's Day. Ooh, who said that? So 5-second penalty is being handed out everywhere as McLaren's just trying to do donuts and ram everyone out of the way. Scotty now on mediums. Not sure how we made that change from the start. Everyone is now leaving, so we'll drop out of this and go back and wait for an invite to come through for the new lobby. Oh, the joys of EA and Codemasters F122. Where is the Discord? Come here, mouse. There you are. And there's the invite. I thought the obvious flaw you'd have spotted would have been the start there. Elder getting swamped by the AI. Let's go straight into spectator. So everyone needs to get back into the lobby as quickly as possible. So it looks like it's a formation lap bug, and Elder saying game put him on hards. That's not what you wanted. Didn't think it'd be what you wanted. So whilst we're waiting for everything to be set up, so other streams to be on the lookout for, DXT Moyland is on Twitch as Moyland underscore. It's currently streaming Tier 2's race. They're on lap 6 under safety car. No, it still looks like all 11 drivers are still running, so I'm not sure why they're under safety car. Can I do that? Podcast. What's that's doing that? Let me add browser source. Let's see if that works. Just trying this out. I don't know if this is going to work or how it's going to look.
Hopefully everybody's got the tyres nice and toasty. We don't want any cold tyres. I think it slows it right down. Oh, a little ride with Marshall. In fact, what might be cool to do at this point, let's get the live speeds up and see the difference.
Oh, look, I can
So
even
I
I
just
can mute him, but I can't.
doesn't really count. I think Marshall reacted but just couldn't get the power down. Zodak is right on him as well. Looking at the map, although he's just had to back out last corner, so Hyder gets a rate really
work.
well. Builds a one.
Need to play around with that. Come here, mouse. Oh. Alright, here we go. Everyone is getting ready again. So let's just delete that for a minute. So formation lap is going to be on again. Let's hope it works this time around. I was just trying to see if I could get it to work. Elder, I didn't realise it would come up with the bloody cookies crap that I had no way of pressing accept cookies. I'll play around with it afterwards. But yes, as Cons has put in the Discord, everyone remember to put your setups on. Guessing it is going to be a full dry race, as that's what the start was, unless they have gone for custom weather. Please don't let anyone disconnect. Waiting on Singh to make it in. Yeah, dry race. Clears Hobo. Here we go on formation lap. Let's see what tyres everyone's gone for this time around. So top four of Elder, Go Slow, Hobo and Thornicus on the mediums. Stilled on the hards again. Really loud. Drop that down a tad. Sing on the mediums, Panda on the hards, Speedy and Jake on the mediums, Mrs. Carl on the softs this time around, Gramil, Cons and Frenzy on the hards again, and Scotty on the mediums. So hopefully we can make it to the end of this formation lap with no incidents. And we can get on the way for 36 laps of Zandvoort. Mouse stand out a bit easier. So Elder trying to slow the pack down so it's not waiting too long on the grid. It's going to be another game of who can park properly. I think everyone got through it okay the last time around, as Ferrari decides to nearly put it in the pit wall. I think that was Go Slow having a moment coming up to the grid there. So Jake can't park. The Scotty to pull into his grid box. Does get that done. So one stop from the mediums is looking at lap 16 for your pit stop, but that's your lights out and away we go. That's a bit quicker than normal. So Elder going defensive into turn one. Go Slow trying to go round the outside. Looks like Mrs. Carl is out. Elder's had a moment. We've got Speedy and Cons at the back. We're under VSC. So Go Slow with a 3-second lead over Steele. Thornicus in third. Gramil in fourth. Sing into fifth. Panda in sixth. Scotty up into seventh off that start. Elder with underbody damage. That is going to make this very problematic. So Jake in 8th, Frenzy up into 9th, Elder down in 10th, currently running with underbody damage. Thornicus with no front wing, dropping down the order. Go Slow and Sneeze, still Sneeze. 3-second gaps between them. Gramil with Singh as they come down the start finish straight. Go Slow and Stilled have checked out in front. avoiding the carnage of lap 1. Panda making a move around the gate, so Panda up into 5th. Speedy's just picked up a 5-second penalty, speeding into the pits. Got Speedy, Cons, Hobo and Thornicus all in the pits. Elder now running in 6th with that body damage. Scott holding on in 7th. Jake's dropped down into 9th place. Go slow, still carrying on. Opening that gap back to Steele. The gap now at 4 seconds. Still with a 4-second lead over Gramil in 3rd, who's still under pressure from Singh. As they make their way through turn 12. Still no DRS available at the moment. Elder dropping down into 9th. As Jake makes his way past. Singh holding on to the slipstream of Gramil. And I do apologise if I'm destroying your name with my pronunciation. So Frenzy on the back of Scotty with Jake and Elder for company. Speedy with a couple of second gap over Thornicus. Hobo currently bringing up the rear. We've got yellow down the start finish straight, but that's just cleared. So Singh is well within the DRS of Gramil and does get the DRS as they make their way down towards turns 10 and 11. No, 11 and 12. We've got a I think this is virtual safety car. For Speedy having lost it out of turn 3 and into the barrier. There is virtual safety car, so that will neutralise this. We will have DRS available when we go racing again. So we'll be wanting to keep that gap as close as possible to the delta so he doesn't lose time to Gramil. Elder struggling with that body damage. Unfortunately, this is one of the tracks where you really want a healthy car. Any damage, wings and underfloor are just going to make it nigh on impossible to drive. So here we go, under green flag conditions again. Singh still within the DRS of Gramil. Panda holding on as well. Scott is dropped out of the DRS. He's back in it, but I don't know if he'll be in it for the detection zone. It doesn't look like he is, which means Scott is going to be coming under pressure from Frenzy as Singh looks to try and find a way around the outside of Gramil into turn 1. Speedy's making his way out of the pit, so he'll be getting blue flags. Need to let this battle through. Unfortunately, he's going to have to let quite a chunk of the field through so he can get going again. And that's dropped him back behind Jake. Gonna make it a rather difficult race for Speedy. Singh holding on to Gramil as we come through to the end of sector 2. It's turn 10, they've just come round. through 11 and 12. Now coming through to the banking. DRS on the game is still as it was last season. It might have been the season before because they altered the DRS activation point for the real F1. And it starts earlier on in turn 11. We've got a yellow flag for an Aston. Singh loses it through turn 2. That's dropped Singh all the way down into 9th. We've got chaos through turn 3. Scotty running very wide there. It's full safety car. As you can see the yellow dot on track. So this might allow Speedy to catch the pack if everyone pits, but Speedy's gonna need to pit anyway. He's got no front wing. This is going to make it really difficult for Speedy. Cons into the pits for a new front wing. Let's see, is Gramil going to stay out? It's a very early stop. If he does come in, he is staying out. Still on the hards, he's going to stay out. I'd imagine Gramil and Panda will be staying out as well. Stays out, Panda stays out. So a Red Bull of Scotty is diving in, Elder into the pits as well. And Singh. Speedy picks up another 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. And it's unfortunate, but I thought it might be a retirement from Speedy there. No way of unlapping yourself under safety car. It does make the rest of the race an absolute nightmare for anyone who has been lapped. So no matter where you are in the train behind the safety car, as soon as it goes green, you're just bombarded with blue flags. It's one of the worst tracks I've made for underbody damage. It is. It's really unfortunate. If you can try and hold on to the end, points may still be on offer. It's not what you want to hear as Jake comes into the pits. A little bit out of sequence. Only loses a couple of places. Quite a big buffer back to Thornicus, who's just coming down the start-finish straight now. So he's going to be tight at the end of the pit lane. Thornicus does get past, so Jake dropping down into 10th. It's Hobo and Cons bringing up the rear. Hopefully be able to make it to the back of the pack. So top 5 all staying out. Go slow on the medium tyres. Gonna have 10 laps after the safety car's in before they're starting to feel completely dead. No telemetry from Go Slow. Steeled with no oh no, Steeled has got telemetry on. So Vermeil's looked after his tyres well, considering he was in that battle with Singh. His tyres are 6% healthier than Steele's in front. And Steele wasn't really battling anyone, he was in a bit of no man's land. Just really pushing quite hard, trying to catch up to Go Slow. Panda's tyres about the same as Vermeil, Frenzy the same again. So Steele really has worked those hards quite a lot. Thornicus with no data. Yes. Oh, Steele's lost the front wing. So Steele's dropped down to 11th and will likely be coming in for a new wing. So it's going to drop him to 12th. He's going to be hoping the safety car stays out for another lap. Well, this is really going to drop him off the pack. Slow is going to have the slight tyre advantage at the restart. The safety car in this lap, so Steele is going to lose a fair chunk of time to the pack when he comes in for that new wing. Go slow, now allowing the safety car pull away and peel off into the pits. Hobo on those fresh mediums needs to push like mad to find his way, fight through the order as quickly as possible. And here we go down the start finish straight. Go Slow has gone. Caught Vermeil out a little bit. Panda getting caught out by Frenzy, who's going on the attack through turn 1. Panda just managing to get back in front. Frenzy coming under pressure from the Aston of Elder. Looked like a bit of contact there. Dropping Frenzy down into 11th. Scotty on the back of Panda, but has got Thornicus for company. Thornicus will be trying to make up as many places as possible to extend that lead in the driver's standings. Elder holding on in 6th at the moment. Singh on the back of him. So making their way through 11 and 12. Singh almost pushing Elder along. You can almost see Elder struggling with that car as he runs over the grass slightly round 14. Didn't seem to unsettle the car too much, and he's got enough straight line speed, but it's going to be the corners he's struggling through. Singh does manage to find his way round the outside. Contact there. That was close between Elder and Hobo, and that's put Hobo out of the race. I think we're now on a virtual safety car. As I see the safety car coming out in front of Steele. And it is full safety car again. So Go Slow had built a decent gap again, but that's all brought to a grinding halt. Hobo Elder killed me. From the view I had, it didn't look deliberate. It looked like one of those glancing contact that just ended up spinning you round. So go slow into the pits. Gramil, Panda, Scotty, everyone's staying out. Elder into the pits. New front wing. Hobo puts me onto the curb. Oh. The curb of death, of which there are many around this track. That's unfortunate. It gives you time to go and practice Jeddah. Get ready for RPR. You've got a sprint to do there tonight as well. So we go slow pitting. Gramil inherits the lead. Panda up into second. Scotty up into third. Go slow. Ideal timing. Yeah, you probably could have hoped for another couple of laps. I think with the virtual safety cars and the previous safety car, you could have got the medium a bit deeper in. Then at the same time, I'd say you probably wanted hards to be fully up to temperature when some of these who've pitted early on the hard are going to be coming in for a second stop. Find the pass apologising for the contact with Hobo. Underfloor damage. Focusing on trying to keep the car pointing in the right way, and we've also picked up front wing damage as well. So Elder really not having a good race this time around. Let's try and hold on to the end. We've lost 3 drivers already, being Mrs. Carl, Speedy and Hobo. As I was just about to say, I think the safety car will be in this lap. We get the message on screen. So Gramil will begin to back the pack up as he prepares for the restart. Further back, looks like everyone's making it through the final corners okay. Safety car just coming up to the pit entrance now. So when will Gramil decide to go? This is a long straight. Easy to get caught out, but it looks like Gramil has caught Panda a little. Panda coming under pressure from Thornicus. Thornicus goes up the inside into turn 1. Panda still holding on to second place though. Thornicus not able to find a way past at the moment. Goes slow up into 7th. Cons dropping down into 9th as Elder gets past. Fighting back. I don't imagine Elder will put too much of a fight up. Now coming under pressure from Steele. Back to the battle in front. Panda holding on to Gramil nicely as Singh finds his way through on Scotty. So Singh up into 4th. Scotty under pressure from Jake as well as they run down towards turn 11. Jake with the inside. covers off the inside of 12, so Scotty losing out to gate there. Go slow on the attack as well as they come through the final corner. Go slow cuts to the inside of Scotty, so Scotty down into 7th. Go slow recovering, I say recovering, working his way back through the field after that pit stop. So up into 5th place with a nice move down the inside of turn 1 on gate. Now still in front, under pressure from Panda, Thornicus, Citro. Everyone's still really close, to be honest. Go slow really is pushing on those fresh hards, trying to close up into this battle for the lead. And we get DRS available. Everyone is going to be in a DRS train as Panda looking for a move on Gramil down towards turn 11. Gramil to have that covered off. Go slow, closing on to the back of Singh. Across the line. DRS enabled this lap. So Go Slow and Singh going side by side through turn 1. Go Slow has got in front. Yep, only 2 to go, Duckface. Got another one today, so anyone who hasn't followed already, please do click that follow button. Very close to hitting the 50 to get affiliate. So Thornicus holding on to the back of Panda, but coming under pressure from Go Slow. Go Slow really does need to change his PSN. He'll be accused of false advertising. Thornicus trying to find a way past on Panda. Panda has that covered off, but that's allowed Gramil to open a bit more of a gap in front. Everyone's got the DRS. Thornicus pulling to the inside of Panda down towards turn 1. He'll have the inside line. Holding contact there for Thornicus and Panda, and I think Go Slow got caught up in that as well. Thank you for the follow, Stuart. Much appreciated. So Go Slow and Thornicus dropping back down the order, now running 10th and 11th. Panda closed back after onto Gramil, and that pressure from behind at the moment. Singh is holding on. And Scotty and Cons. Scotty trying to find his way past Cons on the run down towards turn 11. Looks to the inside. Cons has that covered off. This is going to be the one to watch down the start finish straight, so you get the best view of what's going on in front as well till the camera swaps. There's Panda looking to find a way past Gramil, almost pushing him round turn 1. Yellow flag in sector 1, moves that Brown. Elder with no front wing. Still Sneeze with no front wing. Goes Slows being into the pits. It's Thornicus and Elder, or Thornicus as a commanding lead, Elder and Rapid, but no Rapid this week. So there are main drivers for the drivers. Constructors, McLaren have got a commanding lead over Ferrari. As Panda drops down into fourth, Jake and Singh getting past. Doesn't look like Panda. No, Panda is carrying a bit of wing damage there. So Scotty making his way through as well. That's Panda and Cons into the pits. Cons getting the move done into the pits there. So Singh now out in front. Got past Ramil. So putting pressure on Gramil as well. I think his hards may be starting to drop off slightly. Let's go another couple of laps though to make the mediums work to the end as Jake loses it round turn 8. So Elder not happy. What's it? So not sure what happened with you there, Elder. You are currently in the points though at the moment. You have got Stilled coming up behind. Mind you, Stilled's running. Is he running? Yeah. Stilled's picked up floor damage as well, so there are two of you struggling, although his ain't quite as bad as yours. Panda comes out of the pits in 8th, Cons in 7th. It was Jake into the pits for a new front wing. Scotty now on the back of Gramil in this battle for 2nd place. Goes slow, picking up the fastest lap with a 13.9. Scotty and Frenzy on the back of Gramil. Panda and Cons battling it through the long S section. So back to this battle between Scotty, Gramil and Frenzy for 2nd place. Is Gramil going to hold on for another couple of laps? Scotty has a big moment there coming through 13, got an absolute tank slapper on, and that spat him into the barrier at the top of 14 and taken his wheel off. So that's Scotty out of the race, and I've got a feeling another safety car. Gramil has taken full advantage to come into the pits under the safety car. Was right in the right place at the right time. Singh and Frenzy not able to react to that safety car. I thought for a moment he'd caught the snap, but it was an unfortunate one. If it had happened earlier in the corner, it'd have gone through the gravel and would have dropped down, but would have survived it. Curbs are ridiculous. Yes, every curb on this track is a curb of death. So Gramil's carrying floor damage. Frenzy and Singh into the pit. So that's going to promote. Might not. He might not make it through to retake the lead. Singh is out. Frenzy just coming out of the pits now, so Singh and Frenzy staying out's actually helped them. I've posted my POV of start and of my DNF. So the stewards will look into that after the race. So Singh in the lead, Frenzy in second, Gramil in third, Thornicus in fourth, Cons in fifth, Panda in sixth, Go Slow in seventh, Jake in eighth, Still in ninth, Elder coming out of the pits in 10th. So Singh, Frenzy looks good. So Gramil with floor damage. Still and Elder with floor damage. Go slow. Didn't know ghosting was off. Should be in the TTFL rules to say that ghosting is off. It's a debate that's been had many times in the Discord. Yes, ghosting is off for the TTFL league. We've got 13 laps to go. Everyone bar Elder on the mediums. All similar sort of ages. Should all get to the end on these tyres. The slow is probably the worst tyres at the end, as they pitted under the previous safety car. Of course, the time to stop for their stint. So safety car in this lap. We'll stay with Singh to see when he decides to launch it down the start-finish straight. Elder going for the McLaren strategy then. Through the final corner, Singh has gone, caught Frenzy out a little, but Frenzy gaining with the slipstream. Thornicus making a move straight away on Gramil and getting through up into third. It's going to help his hold on the lead of the drivers' standings. Gramil now coming under pressure from Cons. Floor damage for Gramil. Probably going to be hurting him. I say probably, almost definitely going to be hurting him. Cons will be wanting to find his way past as soon as possible. You've got Panda and Go Slow just behind. And holding on to the back of Still. Both carrying that floor damage. Singh not really pulling away from Frenzy, but Frenzy has opened the gap back to Thornicus, who has broken the DRS. Singh picks up the fastest lap with a 13.7. Holding on as Jake drops down into 10th place. I'm not sure if he had a moment through turn 1 there. He's lost a place to Stild and Elder. Singh starting to open that gap out, just breaking outside the 1 second mark, back to Frenzy. Now still holding on to 4th place, Tom's putting the pressure on. Panda trying to hold off Go Slow as they come down towards turn 11. Go Slow looking for the inside into 11. Side by side through 12. Go Slow just in front on the exit and does cover that off. So Go Slow up into 6th. Frenzy now picking up the fastest lap with a 13.5. DRS enabled this lap around. Frenzy pushing to close that gap to Singh. He wants to try and find a way past and take the victory. Thornicus dropping back on his teammate now. That gap nearly at 2 seconds. Now starting to pull away from Cons slightly. Cons coming under pressure from Go Slow. Go Slow currently in 6th, but wants to try and find his way back to the front of the pack. And that beer's empty. We've got the yellow flag. That's Singh. Singh's had a moment on the exit of 10, which has dropped him all the way to the back of the grid. His rear tyres are running rather hot now as well. So Frenzy into the lead and into the pits. No front wing for Frenzy. So that's going to drop Frenzy down. So Thornicus inherits the lead there on lap 27. He's got a comfortable advantage over Gramil. So Frenzy was into the pits. Cons is into the pits for a set of softs. Panda's dropped back on Gramil. He's outside the DRS. Go Slow is in the DRS of Panda. This came from 2-2, very entertaining. Who took the win on tier 2 then? I was trying to, whilst we were going through a lobby reset, I was trying to set it up so I could have Moylan stream in the corner. Hyder got the win. Singh's got body damage as well, so there's quite a few running around tonight with body damage. Gramil, who's forming a little bit of a cork in the bottle in front of Panda and Go Slow. So Gramil with body damage. Stild and Elder and Singh all with body damage. Elder back into the pits again. Don't think he'd reacted to the race. Where are our battles? It's mainly this one between Gramil, Panda and Go Slow. Singh is closing in towards Still, both running with floor damage though. Singh's rears are on fire. I'm wondering if he's having problems getting the traction down now with that damage. Or his setup just likes to cook his tyres. Still's also picked up rear wing damage as well, so That's going to make that car extremely hard to drive. On the go for Cannon Monster. Frenzy picks up the fastest lap with a 1:12.8 on those soft tyres. Stilled and Singh have managed to get past Panda. What happened to Panda there? Panda goes round. Oh, rear wing damage for Panda and picks up contact with Frenzy. So Frenzy now with front wing damage. It's carnage night tonight. Go slow. Is up into third place now. So not sure what happened to Panda there. Let's drop Panda down, and we've lost Elder and Panda. No, Panda is still going. As Cons is round and no front wedge. Everyone forgotten how to drive. Panda's round, red rear wing for Panda, and it looks like gearbox damage. Rear diff damage. This is just carnage. We're under another safety car. We're down to 9. We've got 7 laps to go. I get a feeling the stewards are going to be busy tonight. Or if not tonight, at least over the weekend. What's happening to Tier 2 didn't even crash this much. Yeah, you came into absolute carnage fest. We've got Panda with rear wing damage. Cons is alright. Frenzy's got front wing damage. Singh's got body damage. Steeled's got body damage. Gearbox damage. Rear wing damage. Slowly's alright. Jake's alright. Gramil has got body damage. Thornicus, who knows? It's been one of the worst races for damage and contact I've seen in a while. But we've lost Elder, we've lost Scotty, we've lost Hobo, Speedy and Mrs. Cole. What happened to you, Hobo? Lack of talent. No, was he had contact with Elder? I think they were 3 wide. It didn't look like major contact, but it was enough to put Hobo on the curb and into the wall. So everyone on softs. Thornicus holding on to the lead. We'll be hoping Gramil struggles again on the restart. That's Panda retiring in the pits. I thought he would. With that amount of damage, the car was going to be undrivable. Safety car staying out. Sounds like skeleton. That's cold. Funny, but cold. Frenzy into the pits, I'd imagine, for a new front wing. Let's see if they are waiting. Yes, they are waiting there with the new front wing and a new set of softs for Frenzy. So a new set of softs, it's going fairly heavy wear on that set of softs. So you've got Thornicus leads Gravel, Jake, Go Slow, Still, Sing, Cons and Frenzy. So it's Cons and Frenzy to catch the pack. I'd imagine safety car's going to be in this lap. Calling it first as they go past the detection point, the activation point. There it is, safety car in this lap. Thornicus is leading the championship at the moment. He's got quite a healthy lead as well. 7 clips. McLaren destroying the constructors at the moment. That lead in constructors will be increasing after this week's race. So Thornicus leaving it as late as possible to launch, wanting to give anyone the advantage of the slipstream. There's Jake and Gramil going wheel to wheel in towards turn 1. Gramil managing to stay in front. Go Slow was trying to find his way through as well. Everyone making it through turn 3. Gramil is carrying a penalty, so that's going to spin the damage off. So Gramil's got a 5-second penalty. That's going to hurt come the end of the race, as we've got cut, stilled round, sing round. Look like Cons has been caught up in that. I need to put damage back on. So Cons has lost another wing. Frenzy's managed to make it through unscathed that time around. This is, the only word to describe it is horrendous. Go Slow looks to have a bit of end plate damage, caused him to run wide through 13, allowed Frenzy through into 14. So Frenzy up into 3rd. Emil still holding on to 2nd place. Thornicus opening the gap massively. The front wing 4 times, people spinning in front of me. Got underbody damage T1 from Go Slow spinning me. Panda had red rear wing, and it says saying still after spinning and waiting for his car does 180 and kills me, then my teammate. That's, yeah, steward's gonna be busy. So Thornicus out in front, Vermeil holding on to 2nd, but that 5-second penalty is going to hurt him come the checkered flag. Frenzy up into 3rd. Go Slow losing out to Jake, so Jake up into 4th. Go Slow dropping down into 5th place. Stilled with, he's got one part of his wing not damaged, everything else is looking damaged. Guessing he's just going to try and nurse it round rather than lose any more time in the pits. Cons in 7th. Singh, I know he's running around with floor damage as well. We've got 2 laps to go. Don't see this many people in the sand at the beach. I don't know off the top of my head, Elder. It's the 90% rule with 36, 3.6, say 4, 32. I don't know. Can't remember which lap you went out on. If it was lap 32, you might get the point. It depends how the game classifies it. at the end. So Gramil has got a comfortable gap over Frenzy as they're coming around to start the final lap. Jake looking on for a podium at the moment. Goes slow, dropping back from Jake. That end plate damage won't be helping through these long corners. Still managing to keep it fairly composed considering the amount of damage he's carrying. Singh taking the fastest lap with a 1:12.1. Impressive time, especially with body damage. Cons with a damaged rear wing and into the pits. Thank you, Duckface. So where is Shaunicus coming around, crosses the line, so Shaunicus takes the win. Gramil crosses the line in second but drops down to fourth due to that penalty. Frenzy takes second place. That's double podium for McLaren, extending the lead in both the drivers and constructors standings. Jake picks up third place and the final podium position. Gramil took fourth. Go Slow takes fifth. Still crosses the line to take sixth. Singh will take seventh place. Cons, who retired on the final lap, will pick up eighth place. So that was absolute carnage of a race. Let's hope next week is a better standard of driving. So next week we are off to Yas Marina. So Abu Dhabi for the sprint. Paddy's Day as well. Cheers for watching along, Man of Christ. As Duckface said, if you've not already, please drop a follow and you'll get notified of all the streams I do, which are actually this one, and in about 45 minutes I'll be starting the RPR GP2 live com stream with Moyland for Company. There we have confirmation of your finishing order. Shaunicus takes the win, Frenzy in second, Jake in third, Gramil in fourth, Go Slow in fifth, Steeled in sixth, Singh in seventh, Cons in eighth, and your DNS were Panda, Elder, Scotty, Hobo, Speedy and Mrs. Cole. I'll be back, as I say, in about 45 minutes for Rapid Pixel Racing's GP2. They've got a sprint tonight at Jeddah. Hopefully the person who sets the lobby up tonight will just fix the time to midnight for all three sessions. We did it realistic Monday and for some reason everything was in daylight. So I'll be back for that, joined by Moyland, who streams the TTFL Tier 2 comms on a Friday night. So if you want to switch between the two streams, see how the two tiers are getting on, drop Moyland a follow. Hobo will be back on Monday for a com stream for RPR GP1 in Australia. And then he'll be back on Tuesday and Wednesday streaming the FIFA Chairman's League, which is where they all just buy and sell their players through the league, and then it's all AI games, but it is a good laugh. good to watch along. So definitely give those a watch. And thank you for watching. I'll be back in 45. Catch you all then.